realize my mic has been muted this whole time, but here I am, and I was just saying this is hero mode, and this will be my second run through on hero mode. I did it about 8 or 9 months ago, and I'm not skipping any of the cutscenes because I like the cutscenes. So I have my chat window open. If you say something, I will respond. I'm bad at looking at it inwardly. Hi, Ranger. I beat hero mode once. It was hard. There's no heart drops. There's no heart drops. You have to rely entirely on potions. Which isn't a bad thing, except for the bottles in this game come kind of late. And it's not like with the goddess chests and everything, you can just go find them right away. But it wasn't impossible. I did it once. I can do it again. You broke your Wiimote trying to get the indestructible shield? See, when I played through on regular mode, I know I'm talking through the cutscene rolling stream, but when I played through on regular mode, I got the Hylian shield, which is the indestructible shield, on my first try. I was so happy. I started jumping up and down in my living room. It was really hilarious. But I've never been able to get it in hero mode. I'm going to try, though. It's going to be interesting. That gauntlet is nuts. It's crazy. Especially when you can't... It would be one thing if you could always predict what order the bosses are going to be in, but you can't. Hey, Rabbit Fairy! Thanks for joining. His little smile always gets me. All right. Yeah, Girahim. So somebody pointed out to me the other day that Girahim should... I just like to talk to Pippet. When you first see Girahim, his ear doesn't stick out of his hair. And when you see him in his final form, it clearly should be sticking out of his hair the whole time, and I haven't been able to look at him the same since. Kind of like, where's your ear, bro? What? All right. Hey.
Hey!
But I'm not going to the plaza. The dialogue, some of the dialogue options in this are so funny. Like just now when he said, "What's taking the lunch person so long? I'm gonna go talk to her." Oh, nope, I went the wrong way. That is not where I wanted to go. My Wiimote is very, very, very old. It's back from when I first got a Wii. Should we help Fledge? Yeah, we'll help Fledge real quick. Oh, your nunchuck won't work? I haven't even looked at how much replacement pieces cost for it. I can't imagine they'd be that much. just gonna move these and set them down nicely. I'm busy. I'm holding a barrel over my head and I'm busy. It's 3:35 a.m. where you are? Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you for getting up just to watch this. I hope I'm remotely entertaining with my commentary. Distracted commentary. So sometimes my nunchuck will just randomly decide that it's moving forward when I'm not intending to move forward, and I have to unplug it and replug it in, but it hasn't been doing it lately. When I first played this game though, it was doing that and I thought I was gonna have to replace it, but it's been behaving. Can we make it? Can we make it? Can we make it? We can make it. We can make it. We can make it. Yes! Alright, now we can go. And you can't run in the school, which makes me kind of laugh. That stinks. And I went in the wrong room again. I am really disoriented. Like, I'm very distracted by the chat. I'm so sorry. Okay, I can't get out that door either. I have played this before. I really have, I promise. Later, if you find Corinne as she's outside, she'll complain that nobody's opening a door for her, which I find really amusing. So there is a video on YouTube called Skyward Sword Retrospective, and some people have probably seen it, but if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend Googling it because it really puts a lot of things in perspective. It talks a lot about the positives of the game and its obvious flaws, because every single game has flaws. But it's a really good video. If you haven't watched that, I would highly recommend it. I can't just ignore you. That's unfortunate.
Ooh. Oh.
You'll lose horse twice as fast, yep. Oh no! I hope you can see it later with better internet. My connection's pretty good, so I hope it's not actually glitchy. Thanks for stopping in! Internet is a tough thing at times. No, don't tell me. Yes, you need me to fetch the cat. Sure. I have never actually loaned a game to a friend. But if they kept it for 2 years, I would definitely be asking for it back. Though I guess some people play a game once and then they never play it again, or maybe they only play it once a year. I actually I've played through this game twice in this last year. But I play through Ocarina of Time once every year, and I have since it came out roughly. can't pick a favorite Zelda game. Every time I'm playing one, I'm like, oh, this one's my favorite. And then I'll go play another one. I'm like, oh no, this one's my favorite. I will say I was surprised at how much I liked this game because I bought it on a whim after I looked at Twilight Princess, and even the used copy was like close to $50, and I was like, no, I don't really have that to drop right now. And this one was $19.99, so I was like, okay, we'll do this. And I was so glad I did because I really, really like this game. See, I'm actually playing this. Hi, Crimson Flames. I'm just gonna call you Crimson. I am actually playing this on my Wii U. I never played it on the Wii. I bought it for the Wii U port, and I have this on the Wii U port, and I have Ocarina of Time on the Wii U port, and I have Wind Waker on the Wii U port. And so I will never get rid of my Wii U because of that. When we bought our Switch, we vaguely debated, oh, should we get rid of it? And I was like, no. And there's still some fun games we have for it that I like to replay. I'm always highly amused by look at this instrument. I have never seen anything like this. I love Sky Zelda. She's my favorite Zelda. You look great. The music in this game is so great. I want to say this song is actually called Romance on the official soundtrack, which is so blatantly obvious. And Link's face right here. Kills me. Maybe it's Romance in the Air. Yeah, I've played Wind Waker. I've played through Wind Waker on normal and on hero mode. That line back there was what made me want to start writing about them. Yeah, it is obviously the same theme. No, I agree. Small. I hope I'm not speeding through it too fast if people are trying to read. The look on her face there I absolutely love it. She is. She's so sweet and she's so sassy.
Hey!
The boundary break Skyward Sword. I haven't seen that. I will have to look that up later. Someone did tell me that after you get the claw shots, if you come up to the Isle of the Goddess, you can get over the wall, and on the other side there's just like a whole field of the little remnant creatures that you can pick up and carry around. Yes, yeah. It's really cute. Like how she barely catches on. He's so very... Kippor is so very calm. Are you two alright? I know, the loft, I love the loft wings. I love the little noises they make. I love, they're just neat. The whole aesthetic of this game is neat to me. Just the floating island in the sky, and you get around on birds. It's really interesting. I haven't seen Welcome to Gooseland on YouTube. I should be making a note of these to write them down so I have something to watch later. Or things I should watch later. The noises he makes reminds me of a dinosaur vaguely. Talk to the bird. I can't talk to him. I can talk to Zelda, but I can't talk to the bird. Unfortunately. And she's very dismissive. I'm staying here. But I like the fact that she's dismissive because it plays into the whole, this creature is half of my being. It's half of my soul. He said they were partners. So that's very intriguing. I would also enjoy having a bird friend, but I am with you on the being scared of heights. I I just saw him. And there she is. This part makes me laugh. She's a night student. She's just staring at the door. How long am I supposed to stand here waiting for a little chivalry, huh? This Link is, I don't know, I'd have to play Twilight Princess again, but I feel like Skyward Sword Link is by far the noisiest Link. With all of his little noises that he makes when he runs and when he fights, I feel like he's the noisiest. And here's the kid rolling into the tree. There's your little bug. Yes, Wind Waker Link is also very noisy, but Wind Waker Link, I didn't notice his noises so much, because I was more distracted by his facial expressions, which are fantastic. That whole game is made by his facial expressions. All right. Yes, no, he is. He starts off this game very soft and very kind of cuddly and dorky, and by the end of the game, he's very, 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 very badass. I love Bruce's theme. I also enjoy how much like bigger he is in general than everybody, except like Stritch is taller, but he's just massive. Yeah, no, Zelda in this scene is fantastic. See, and because my Skyward Sword Link is kind of a smartass, we're gonna go with nice hair. Whoa! Is he wearing eyeliner? He could be wearing eyeliner. Somebody just subscribed or followed. Thank you. So I haven't played Hyrule Warriors, but I have a question about that as well. Why some of the characters aren't in Hyrule Warriors or added? That would be fun. Can you imagine Goose in that game? That would be so much fun. Look at that sass. Is the Gruesinator in Hyrule Warriors? That doesn't make sense. I love how she pushes Link behind her. Like, you can't handle this, let me handle it for you.
No.
I like the nostril breathing. Yeah, yes, he is. He's just like... He kind of looks at Zelda like, okay, you're gonna handle this for me. You go right ahead. Noburo isn't in there either? Now that really doesn't make sense because I know that Ruto and Darunia are in there and they're both sages, so that doesn't make any sense either. No, I agree. Like I said, I have not played Hyrule Warriors at all. I've seen people play it and I really think it looks fun, but I haven't played it personally. Yeah, I'm not. Not only is she a warrior, but she's one of the sages, so it would make sense. Are there any Gerudo in Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah?
If it was straight fan service, you'd think that they would have thrown in. So instead, we have Tingle. I would really like to see the champions in, to be fair, Noburo is in the game for like 5 minutes, but so are the other sages. I'm still laughing at that Tingle icon. Instead, we have him.
Ah.
You know how to read a map, right? Nope. Training for a knighthood, and I have no clue how to read a map. Not a single clue. Poor Fledge. So, I don't know how many people are here because of my Tumblr, or how many people are here because of the Discord I'm in, or if any. I know a few of you have read my fan fiction story. So, with that question, I personally don't think there's any other communities in Skyloft, or in the sky besides Skyloft, but I think that there are people who live off of the main island. Like, yeah, see, I agree with Ranger that I think it's a lot bigger than the game shows us, but I also think that there's more islands there's more livable islands surrounding it, because the only crops they have are pumpkins in the game, and I'm sorry, you wouldn't survive. My immersion says you have to come up with a realistic. Oh goodness, we're doing great with the sword fighting here. This bodes well. Okay, that was better. What keeps the islands up? Magic. There's a lot. I love pumpkins too. Is it buffering? It still looks pretty smooth. You want a hat like Aegis's? Yeah, I like Aegis. I like his hat. I like him as a character. He kind of fascinates me. See, I agree, Ranger, that there are some issues with that, but I think, like I said, it's just in game, and I think that they left out a lot just for the sake of, you know, you can only program so much in game. I don't even know why I'm going through this because I already know how to do it. Oh goodness. I would love to see an HD remake of this game.
Hey!
I was really hoping at E3 that they would say something, but that would be very, if they put a remake on it for Switch, that would make me so happy. And like I mentioned earlier that Skyward Sword retrospective video and he talks about the controls and how it probably would have appealed to more people, or because it's for some reason it's really divisive, and I like the game. But it would appeal to more people if you had options for both the motion controls, like during the sword fighting, but for things like swimming and flying your loft wing, if that was mapped to buttons, just as an option. Like you could use motion controls, or you could use a button to fly, and I think that would be a good change. But I also think they should keep the motion controls. No, the sword combat. I really like the sword combat because, and admittedly, when I fight, I tend to get a little excited and I just swing wildly, and that's not the motion control's fault that I'm a spaz. It's me that is spazzing out. I don't think I can get the shield yet. No, I can't. So we have to go to the cave. I was going for it and I completely missed it. I think you would really like that retrospective video. The Imprisoned is a beast all on its own. It's one of those things that when you think about it narratively, it makes sense, but in-game it gets really old. Although I admit when it first comes out of the ground, that fight is always really tense for me. It's not hard, but it's always really tense for me. Yeah, see, I didn't, it took me forever to actually figure out how to learn how to shield bash. Like, not to learn how to shield bash, but to remember to do it. I'm still really bad at it. I don't hold up my shield. No, I really think you'd like that Skyward Sword retrospective video, because, like I said, he makes a lot of really good points, and he's not completely negative. He actually says a lot of really positive things about the game. The second fight with the Imprisoned is very stressful. So in order to get a hero mode file, I had to play through the game in normal mode, and I'm used to having the full master sword, so going back to just the regular like training sword is kind of odd for me. I have like none of those. See, that's the nice thing about hero mode is you get to keep all of your things that you went through. So I did a lot of farming, so I wouldn't have to farm in this game for continual upgrades. The keys in this game are adorable, but I really don't like keys. I actually think they could eliminate an imprisoned fight and get away with it, but it wouldn't make sense narratively if they did that. I mean, they cut out part of the game.
Hey!
So I want to know how... Oh, there she is. Yeah, or make it not torture. It's not torture. It's just for some reason the imprisoned fights really stress me out. I don't know why. Sorry, I was checking something. See, yeah, no, I agree. I wouldn't. Yeah, that was my text noise. I don't. Yeah, I don't think voice acting. I liked the voice acting in Breath of the Wild. I mean, it had problems, but it wasn't horrible. I liked that it added some depth to the game that wasn't there before. But I don't think they should do it with other games. I definitely don't think they should do it with this game. Get Sean Shiplock to voice Bruce. Making the voices optional would be a good option. The music in this game is so good. The other thing about this game in the timeline is the only creatures that you see later on are the Gorons. The rest of the creatures are all gone. No, it's my favorite too. Even over Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild had some great music, but this soundtrack is by far my favorite. What's your first one? Oh, we probably should call her Loftwing. Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Breath of the Wild has some really good music. See, he's fine. He's fine. He's tough. The Great Sea was interesting, but and I never played the GameCube version, but in the high definition version, the Great Sea drives me nuts until you can get the swift sail. It's so like sailing, or until you get the what's the warp song called in the game? I forget. But until you get the warp song and the swift sail, it just, for some reason, it's just very monotonous going over the swift sail.
No!
See, Groos's theme reminds me of the Goron theme in Breath of the Wild, or vice versa. Now I'm all stiff. He goes from being very casually annoyed to very irritated. I've never played the Oracle games either. No, I like. It's funny how all the Loftwings look like their partners, kind of like how dogs start to look like their owners. He probably did style it himself. He goes out there every morning with a comb and prunes his feather up. The Hyrule Historia said that Loftwings have fur on their shoulders, not just feathers. With Morgrus. Her eyes.
Hey!
All right, here we go. No, I read that about the corgi thing too. They kind of amalgamated it off of several different creatures. I linked a video once of shoebills actually fighting because it's pretty terrifying because they're big to begin with.
Hey!
I've never watched the Gold Loftwing before. I've always just read the text. Now I'm it's very jerky and choppy. That's really funny. I've never noticed that before. Look at the gold bird. Oh, you can't see it anymore. Nope. It jerks its head side to side as its idle animation. That is how birds act. I like birds. A friend close to me has a, I forget what type of a bird it is, but it's some type of a parakeet. And it says their daughter's name and their son's name. And when we were over there one night, just having, I think we were playing Cards Against Humanity or something, and we were all laughing, and the bird was mimicking our laugh. It was really funny.
Hey!
Here it goes. Here we go.
Hey! Yeah.
This is not hard. But I hate that there are two, like, phases to it. Get the golden snitch. So I kind of don't know how I feel about this kid throwing eggs at you, aside from the annoyingness of it, but like These are your guardian deity birds, and you're just gonna throw eggs. You're just gonna throw their eggs. Oh! There we go. Got it. Got it. I'm an adult. Oh. Yeah, the first time I played it, it took me a long time, but I've done it enough now that I got it. No, yeah, throwing the eggs is, like, in the context of the world building, it seems very sacrilegious, like, almost blasphemous to me. See, I think that they have cuckoos. Even though you never see them in this game, I think that they have cuckoos. Again, because you can't survive on just pumpkins. Yeah, the Levias battle is interesting because you are on the loft wing. They're really good pumpkins. Don't get me wrong, I like pumpkins, I do. I just think about the how nutrient deficient you'd be in addition to living at a high altitude your whole life. They can't kiss. They're navigating that weird boundary between we're best friends and now suddenly we're into each other. It smells nice too. I mean, or shove your boyfriend off the statue. That's nice too. See, I think she got nervous. And I'll tell you why I think she got nervous. Because you can tell in the dialogue she's working up to it. See, and then he gets that look on his face where he's a little nervous, and I think she's like, okay, no, we won't do it here. Where is that graphic? That old, graphic of the now kiss people. Oh! And I'm bad at falling. Yes! First try! The first time I jumped off, it took me like 3 times to get to figure out how to get in the circle. What if Link just died? He forgets to pull the sailcloth out. I have a feeling his Loftwing would come in and save him at the last second. And I like how the birds are there very much watching this teenage relationship. You two behave yourselves. So I guess they just splattered on the floor. I got the sailcloth open, but I landed like way out in the grass the first time I ever tried it. The birds ship them. She's so cute. Zelda's totally shaky. Well, it's just kind of there. You might as well. I like the birds. I like writing from the birds' perspective sometimes. I'm glad you liked it. Rest in peace, Zelda. Shark teeth. I like Fee. There were snippets of Fee's theme in Breath of the Wild. I never caught that. When did they play? Crunch. Oh, when late. Oh, okay. Now I remember. Now I remember. In the cutscenes. Now I vaguely remember. My Switch is currently at Nintendo being repaired. The controllers were being off, so I haven't played Breath of the Wild in like 2 weeks. I find it very hilarious when you're playing all the songs that you learn on the Isle of the Goddess and Fee is singing, because they just have her mouth open and it looks like she's screaming, and it's really funny to me. But I like Fee as a companion. I can understand why people get really annoyed with her, because there are parts of the game where she pops out where it's like, I know what's going on, I've played a video game before, but I like her. That's exactly why it terrifies me. Yeah, the singing animation is... It makes me laugh really hard. The whole Silent Realm experience is terrifying in general. The Fee singing and her singing, and then just the general experience of the Twilight, or the Silent Realm, the Twilight Realm. No, Fee's theme is really pretty. So this whole sequence right now, where you have to jump all over the island of the goddess and climb things, I feel like this is Fee's first test of you. Like, are you gonna be able to handle everything that's coming? Yeah, the Silent Realm is terrifying. Oh, they're so cute. Dies to an angry kitten. Ah! I forget what's in that chest. Okay, I can't not get it. Oh, I need rupees. You know, the comment about the paragliders, when I first started playing this again after I'd played Breath of the Wild, I tried, like, I did try to move Link. Like, why aren't you going forward? Why aren't you moving where I want you to? And I'm like, oh yeah, wrong game. Yeah, going from playing Breath of the Wild back to playing this, or even back to playing something like Twilight Princess, was a really huge change for me. Okay. There are things chasing me. You expected auto jumps? I didn't expect the auto jumps because I had watched. See, I didn't play Breath of the Wild until it came out in March, and I didn't play it until December. So I had seen enough playthroughs that people did that I knew that you could jump, and it was all over things like Link can jump in this game. See, every single playthrough I watch of most Zelda games, they try to go through it as quick as possible, and I get that. But like in Ocarina of Time, when people just roll across the field like I just did. You know what? I feel like this is kind of sacrilege, but I have only played through Majora's Mask once, and it was right after it came out. I really need to play through that again. You knocked the Ordon shield down by accident. I am struggling to replay it because right now we just have it for our DS, and I really don't like playing on the DS. And I feel like I miss out on a lot of really good games because I don't like playing on the DS. Link is very much like, I have no idea what's happening right now. I watched a playthrough of Spirit Tracks recently, and I've decided that I really want to play Spirit Tracks. Majora's Mask is not a relaxing game. I do remember that much. It's very anxiety provoking. I remember there's that theme that plays when the moon is close to the city, when you're like on the final 3 hours or something. What if Groose was the hero? I've wondered that. I've had a lot of people tell me that Spirit Tracks is really... I mean, I watched the playthrough and I liked it, but they've said it's a really fun game to play. It's very underrated. Do I think Groose would have succeeded as the hero? You know, unpopular opinion, I don't think he would have, because he has a lot of growth through the game, and that's great, and he is one of my favorite characters. At the end of the game, it's great, but I don't think he would have succeeded, because even at the end of the game, he's still a little bit selfish, and he makes it more about him. Like, if you go talk to him in the dialogue, he's still talking about like how impressive it is that he built this huge track and this Grucinator thing, and he never seems to acknowledge anything that Link does or has gone through. Now, granted, this is just in game and it's character, but I don't think he would have. If you only had control of Link's arms, you could do the YMCA. My favorite part of this game is the whole building the Master Sword thing. I really liked that. Can you imagine the weight he's had to live under his entire life? Like, it's very clear that no one else in Skyloft knows anything about this place, maybe except for a few of the knights or a select few. And he's got to keep this knowledge that, oh, there's a sword in here, and we're supposed to eventually, it's going to claim someone. Maybe. Is this real? That's how the island stays in the sky. Magic. I agree. Fee does have this very calming presence about her. that was one of the reasons actually why I wanted to play hero mode, is because Skyward Strikes have the power of the fully powered up Master Sword, which is super nice. Since you take double damage. Yeah, you can. It's a really good ranged attack if you use it correctly. Even if you're not playing on hero mode, it's handy.
Ooh.
I admire speedrunners. I can't speedrun a game. Maybe if I actually sat down and focused on it, but I don't know, I like playing the length of games. My immersion is important. No way. I've never picked that option.
Ooh.
See, no, I agree. I can't speedrun because I care too much about the game. A super advanced computer. It would make sense. Especially with all the robots and the whole time shift stones. Speedrun a game you hate. I can't think of a game I hate. I really can't. When we first got our Wii U, it came with that Zombie U game, and I remember everybody I know talking about it like, oh, this is the worst game ever. It's as though you were born to wear it. His face. He's gone from soft, sweet boy to suddenly very serious about everything. He's ready. All right. We're ready. Let's go get our free shield. Determined boy.
Hey.
Ranger, you just finished playing Xenoblade, didn't you? I've never played Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade 2. I killed the mood. I'm breaking my own immersion. Oh, no, he's down here. There he is.
No.
There's land beneath the clouds. Do you know anything about that? Heck no, I'm a 17, 18-year-old kid. You're an adult. You're an instructor. If you didn't know anything about it, clearly I didn't. Free shield. Yes, yeah. When Zelda throws the harp at Link, it's that break in the cutscene is very amusing to me as well. I like how she just said, make sure you buy a shield at the bazaar, but I already have one. Spoiler alert! Is there another 5 rupee? Yes. Okay, good. See, even the little heart plants that are usually there are gone. Alright, we're gonna go buy a potion to get a bottle, and then we are going to go down to the surface and see if we can get to the Skyview Temple. Why did he stop me? I don't want to. Don't try to slink away with me. Oh dear. I will admit the dialogue system when you have to buy things in this game is a little exhausting at times. Yes, that is a baby on that guy's back. And since I know quite a bit about baby wearing, that was one of the things I really liked about this game, was I was like, oh look, they're baby wearing. Which makes complete sense. I like the sky theme too. See, yeah, I think the whole sky, there's a lot more in it than the game shows you, just because of the map. It just shows all these little islands, and I just bet that some of them could have closer to the I'm bad at talking constantly. I get kind of lost in the game, in the cutscenes. Oop. Please proceed with caution. Okay. Yep, see? Surface seems like an odd term to use when you're talking about something underneath you. Well... I think when they compare it to their sky view of things, this scene is a little creepy. I'm not sure what else they would call it besides the surface, because, I mean, compared to where they are, it is the surface of a larger world. See, now, if I were Link, this would not be my first instinct to go down here and explore this pit. The music here is really creepy. See, the depths, to me, and this is probably just me, but that makes me think of being underwater. But there again, in relation to being out of the sky, if they consider their island in the sky the surface, then this could be the depths. Nah. I got it. This whole arena gets very disorienting to me, which is another reason that imprisoned fights makes me so anxious. This music is very soothing to me. tend to agree with you there that he starts to see her as family, or if anything, a very close friend, because, I mean, she was the one who was with him through everything and saw him grow, and a lot of people say you get attached to a sword. People name their swords. I obviously, by my username, I am a huge Game of Thrones fan, and even there they talk about how attached you get to your sword or familiar swords, and this is Link's sword. He grew with it. He made it. So yeah, I definitely think he's attached to her as either familial or a very close friend. No, you're exactly right. Then he lost his family twice. No, you're exactly right. Man! Oh! Yeah. No, you are exactly right with that. And I hadn't given that thought to Fee until you mentioned it just then. Wow. Poor Link. I don't need to place beacons. Oh. Apparently I do. Pay attention to the dialogue. If you can't tell by the motion controls, I have super steady hands. That we will most likely need. You wonder how much of magic they see on Skyloft, because Link is fairly used to this, but... Guys, I was charging my sword. Middle of fight. You've got a golden skull. Get them all? Again, with all the creatures, the Gorons are the only ones who have survived through the entire timeline. I like all the bird statues too. Just the whole bird aesthetic.
Ooh.
It can wait.
Oh.
What in the world just happened? Does he use some kind of magic? Probably has something to do with the fact that he's Hylian, and it's Hylia's statue. All right. The little frightened creatures.
マリハウの娘さん。Saya harus no hera kurus desu. Harus ya harus habis mesti.
I'm sorry for all the noise. I was moving my microphone around. All right. I need to figure out how to talk more. The feet keep stopping me. All right, let's go. Oh. Narrate Link's thoughts, perhaps? I could. He's probably thinking more of these things. Oh, how did it block that? Yes. And what is this thing? Is it a plant? Is it a creature? Is it a penguin? Except that Link wouldn't know what a penguin was. Don't run away from me. Really? Tell me more. Peaceful forest-dwelling animal known as a kiwi. Such a creature should not be confused with Zelda. Probably because it's a creature of Hylia and Zelda is Hylia. They make very cute little noises. And I like the fact that they just shudder. And Link is probably like, wait, come back. Oh. Plant? Or monster? Or both? Did I miss where it went? Oh, the kiwi's German name is Q, like the sounds they make? That's cute. No, don't pull out your sword. It sounds like it says, oh no! I like how scared it's just petrified of him. I mean, of course it would be. It makes sense, but it's just terrified. Because clearly Link is something you would be scared of. You don't want to eat me? Why did you fight off all those red monsters? Even though you're scary. What's a Zelda? Can recognize her gender. She's still in significant danger. A false positive reaction to Zelda. You keep some very strange company. There's this plant. Oh my gosh. Okay. Like I said, I'm used to having my powered up Master Sword and taking these guys out in one hit. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm also used to having a bug net and catching all these things. Oh goodness, okay. And he's just giant. And he says one of my favorite lines in the whole game. You spotted me through my ingenious camouflage. You are clearly a master woodsman. Thick. Oh, the girl creature. But now is not the time for such talk. Oh, wow, wow, wow. The shock and worry has made my memories of the girl quite hazy. That's the line that I really like. Because I can just imagine Link being like, really? You remembered a girl who looked something like me, but all of a sudden your memory is fading. No thanks. See, this is one part where I do understand why people get annoyed with Fee. Because... Oh, I don't have an empty bottle. Ah. I'm not gonna waste a potion just to catch a fairy. Oh boy. I want Wolf Link back for the tightrope walking. And that's gonna hurt a little. Jostle. It's a word you don't use very much in conversation, is jostle. I like how the bokoblin is just yelling at it up a tree. Oh, he's got a horn. because we can see our tendency to just rush headlong into battle. We don't want to do that on hero mode. That's not good on hero mode. That's how I fight in Breath of the Wild. It's just Leroy Jenkins it into battle. And it's never a good strategy. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second. There's a deer in our yard. And my dog subsequently went crazy. The bokoblins almost killed you in your first playthrough. Yeah, see, it's... When I started this, when I just picked this file to play through the rest of it on hero mode, to get so I could play on hero mode, I had made it past all this, so I haven't played this section in a long time, and so I very much forget what happens. They do, their blocking patterns are really strange. It's almost better to go on the defensive and wait for them to strike you, unless you can get in a Skyward strike. Then they're a little bit easier. I forget where the other ones are. They're most certainly up there. You wonder how much climbing Link did as training for a knight. Oh, there we go. I like this whole area. The forest. I'm not looking for Zelda right now. I forget where they are. Okay. Apparently these birds will. Yeah, they do block your attacks. That's kind of right. Oh. I'm suddenly really nervous about the fact they only have 3.5 hearts. I'm doing okay. Which will be good. I'm managing to avoid the, oh my gosh, why have I forgotten what they're called? Those things, the Octoroks. You're not a plant. I taste terrible. I bet you do. It's best if you just stay here and wait for the monsters to go away. Because you were scared of everything. Poor thing. What was that just now? So that begs the question. These creatures can see Fee, and some of the other things can see Fee. Maybe they just choose not to acknowledge her. But there are times Fee comes out when Link is talking to somebody else, and I'm like, can they see her? I forget what the third one. Okay. So that's my question, is everybody. Do you think that Fee is visible to more than just Link and some of the creatures he speaks to? Alright. This one, I don't have a bug net. I have none of my equipment that I'm used to. I don't like the vine climbing and the jumping. Oh. Link definitely was not a runner because his stamina gets drained very quickly. I have to cut down all the grass. You are not a piece of grass. You're on some grass, though. There we go. I've been discovered. I like how this one has a mustache. If you see him again, would you please tell him I'm here? Now I have to go back to him. I'm not going to try to 100% this playthrough, and I'll tell you why. Because I have one file on hero mode where I am so close to having 100% of the game done. The only thing I need to finish it is that stupid heart piece you get from that game, that mini game you can play with the cannon where you get shot into the sky. I am so close to having that done, and I cannot get past that part, and I just don't. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on that file where I'm 100%. I'm not even gonna try that in this game. But I still am going to get a majority of the goddess cubes because they have helpful items that I like, and I missed the rope completely. Oops. Let's not miss it this time. Yeah, I don't. It's that cannon mini game heart piece is the one that gets me. The rest of them I don't mind, but that cannon mini game is the one that really gets me. Sorry. And I think for tonight I'm going to get to the Skyview Temple, but not through it. Because I don't know if anybody has heard the background noises, but someone decided to wake up from their sleep. There we go. Slingshot! He's just so big. All of the other cute Kikuis are giant, and he's just so big. And his giant mustache. I was just going to do that.
ho, ho, ho.
All right. Here we go. We're on our way. Can I avoid you? Oh! Oh no! That wasn't good. And Fee's gonna tell me I'm low on hearts. That was not smart. And it also reminded me that I haven't saved in a while, so I'm gonna go save before I do something to inevitably harm myself. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Great minds, Fee. Save. We're gonna keep going. We're not gonna use our potion just yet. Oh. Okay. Okay. Deep Woods Temple, here we come. And there he is. Girahim is up there on my list of favorite characters. In this game. Just because of all of his... See, I mean... Oh, no, 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 no. Don't call for your friends. Don't call for your friends. Ah! I changed my mind. We're gonna use a potion. Oh, the bees are great out too. Not the bees! Not the bees! Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Oh.
No! Okay, they're following me too. That's fantastic. So can I shoot it down? That'll just make them angry though. If I run away real quick and they don't know who it is. Wonder if this was a skill Link learned at the Knight Academy. And if he did, why? Oh, no, 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 no. Come on the rope, come on the rope, come on the rope, come on the rope. I can't use my sword on the rope. Now we need to jostle, jostle. Jostle the rope, jostle the rope. There, fall, fall. Okay, good. We're good. Yay. I can? How do I do that? How do I do that? And that is how Link died before he could save Zelda. Yeah, we just didn't drill this tightrope walking at the academy like we should have. It's a shame. Oh, come on, come on. Dumb ways to die Zelda edition. No, seriously, how do I turn that Wii remote outline off? That would be... I would like that. I've been hesitant to kill those things. Because... Okay, now wait. Yep. This goes down here. Go to a menu. I'll have to mess with it after I get... When I'm not streaming, I'm not going to force you guys to watch me try and figure out controls I should know how to use by now. I don't want to go over there. Do I have to go over there? I think I do. Will it reach? Ooh, maybe. So it looks like we're going to jostle again. Nope. I want you to fall off. I want you to fall off. I want you to fall off. Oh no, not like that! No! Oh, I'm good at video games. Let me tell you what. Oh, wow. Sorry, Zelda. Hylia's hero, everyone. That was great. That was... that was brilliant. Okay, now I'm saving here. Oh, that's how I get over. I do have to come over here. Oh my gosh, that was funny. Now we're going. Oh. Here's the obligatory. Do I think Hylia had wings? I think that she did have wings, but I also think, considering the fact that her first instinct when she fought Demise was to remove herself to the goddess, to the body of a mortal, and also because I personally headcanon that she had a thing for a human, I think that she chose not to show them off most of the time. That is my personal headcanon, and I am sticking to it. But I have read a lot of really cute things where she has her wings out all the time. Ah, come on, baby. Okay, I have to help you. Unfortunately, Zelda does not. If Zelda had wings, I bet her journey on the surface would have been a lot easier, because she could have just, nope, I'm out on a lot of things. I'm saying she had them to catch her Link when he does just that. Yeah, that's how he ends up back on the ground again when he voluntarily jumps into a pit. And she's like, no, honey, no, you're not done yet. You have to go back. It's on the same menu that shows where your wallet is, and where you have your sword. You just have to change the interface to Pro mode, and bam, the outline is gone. I will do that, because that will make just the whole screen a lot prettier. And the beeping does kind of drive me nuts. So, we made it. We made it through all the intro cutscenes And we made it to the Skyview Temple.
まりまだ足が入れそうに
Yee. So I actually think I'm at a good stopping point for the night. I'm going to save, and then I am going to... My first time through this dungeon was rough as well. And even the last time I played through it, I keep getting lost. I don't know why this dungeon keeps getting me lost, but it is. So, but I am going to tackle it tomorrow night when I stream again. But I want to thank everybody in chat and the 9 viewers, or I think at one time I thought I saw 12 viewers up there. But I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your Friday night to watch me play a silly, not a silly video game, but a video game that I enjoy. I enjoy so much that I wrote a story about it, which is really saying something. So, but I will be back tomorrow night around the same time, aiming for 8:30 approximately, if you can hop on and watch me again and talk some more. But thanks for watching, and thanks for the couple of people who followed. I know I got a notification, and usually it pops up on the screen, but I think I forgot to turn on my alert, so I didn't see it, and I didn't see a name. So, but thank you for whoever it was. Thanks for, yeah, this was fun. I was really, really, really nervous because, which is surprising because I do a lot of public speaking, but I was very nervous when I was doing this. But I will be back tomorrow, and oh goodness, there's the noise again. So I need to put that alert back up so I can acknowledge who's following me. That's a really fun thing to do. Anyway, thanks for coming on, and I hope I was mildly entertaining. And if you're free tomorrow night, please watch again. Otherwise, have a good Friday, guys. Be sure to stretch out after you've been sitting so long.